Okay, so I'll come back to you by the end of the week on budgets for next year.
Hi, Shannon. Now a good time?
Very good, yeah. Come here.
Good.
Just finish up. So yeah, I'll try and come back to you by the end of this week, but you'll definitely have numbers latest on Monday. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Oh, do you want me to grab your water?
I wouldn't mind actually. Thank you.
How's your day been?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I just heard you talking about budgets. Is it the time of the year?
It is budget time,
Okay.
yes. So everyone is frantically just trying to get these budgets together.
Okay.
So these are the budgets actually for next year.
Thank
so
you.
these are for
Thank you.
FY 26, 27. So that will start in April. But yeah, it's that time. It's budget time.
And how much of your role involves finance and budgeting?
Quite a lot, to be honest. So service charge budgets are essentially my responsibility as centre director for Southside. I'm the budget holder for Southside. So I'm essentially the gatekeeper for the budgets that we then deliver to our brand partners as part of the service charge that they pay for us to maintain the centre. So and right now all of that is happening and we need to deliver it in the next 4 weeks. So lots of numbers, lots of analysis, lots of admin, but it's one of the interesting parts of the role really because it sees how we scale for the next year.
And what is service charge?
Service charge is a fee that we charge as landlords to our brand partners and they pay that to us in order to essentially maintain the space. So a little bit like if you're a tenant in a private block of flats, you'll pay a service charge for the landlord of that building to maintain it. Yeah. So that's dealing with repairs, dealing with cleanliness, dealing with landscaping, planting, anything through to events or seasonal decorations. So basically making it a welcoming, functioning space.
Okay. And you said brand partners. Can you just elaborate on what a brand partner is?
Yes, so a brand partner, we've got 83 currently and growing, and brand partners are the brands that you would see in the shopping centre. So at Southside, for instance, our brand partners are Gravity, TK Maxx, Waitrose, Lidl, H&M, Primark, and obviously many more. So, and we've got a few new exciting ones coming through as well. So
amazing.
Watch this space.
So how do you choose a brand partner?
It's a little bit of a brand partner choosing us and a little bit of us choosing them. Obviously, Landsec is a large company with a number of shopping centres within their retail portfolio. So we already have some relationships with brands that we know perform really well, and then it's assessing whether they're right for that particular market. So it's deciding on what the community needs, brands that we've already got in there in certain categories that perform well, and seeing if we're essentially a good fit.
And what's the community like in Wandsworth?
The community in Wandsworth is really involved. So Southside has been in Wandsworth, right in the heart of Wandsworth town since 1971. We were once called the Arndale Centre, and then we've been Southside, I think, for about 20 years or so now. So the community, we see from our guest visits and our data that actually our guests tend to visit us weekly, if not 2 to 3 times weekly. So they know the centre sometimes better than we know ourselves. They've seen it change over decades, right? Grandparents maybe came, parents came, now the kids are coming. So we've really seen it evolve, and we try our best to adapt to the community who are really involved in supporting us.
And what is it that they want from a shopping centre?
I think the community in Wandsworth really want a safe and welcoming space. They want brands that they care about, right? They want to be able to come there and have fun with their family, have a family day out, be able to come and purchase the things that they need for their day-to-day life. And I think that's why we see them coming back time and time again, because we keep that at the core of who we are and really try to play to that.
Yeah, no, great. And how long have you been a centre director at Southside?
So I am new to Southside this year. I came in June, so I've been nearly 6 months now. So still very new to Landsec, but I was a Wandsworth resident 10 years ago before I moved to the Middle East. So I know the community and I know the area really, really well. And Southside actually was my local back then. So yeah, I know the area really well, but I'm 6 months into the role.
Oh, wonderful. And what were you doing before you were centre director?
So before coming to Landsec as centre director, I was working in retail. So I've been in retail for the last 20 years. So I'm kind of working on the other side of the fence, I like to say. So I was working on the side of brand partners, working direct for brands, and now I'm working on landlord side. But I was directly, before coming here, I was working in the Middle East. So I was in the Middle East for 3 years, leading general operations for a number of retail brands for the franchise owners. So it was great. I was there for 3 years and absolutely loved it.
So for any young person that's wanting to get into real estate or become a centre director, it sounds like retail is the avenue or the way in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is my first property or real estate job, but there's so much that carries over. There's so much that's transferable from retail going into something like retail property and retail real estate. So it's really just honing those transferable skills and looking out for the right opportunities. But retail is great for anyone stepping into the workplace, and you learn so much. And I mean, there's always different brands coming to market that are looking for new great talent. So it's a really great way to get your first foot in the door and start on the career ladder. And I think certainly for me, it was not necessarily something I saw being a really long-term prospect, but it became a 20-year career. So you can be surprised.
And it sounds like there's global opportunities, so not just in Wandsworth, in London, in the UK. It sounds like there is a great need beyond the UK.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think when I moved to the Middle East, it wasn't something that I had planned for. It wasn't something that I saw coming or sought out. But the opportunity came to me and I just thought, why not? And I'm so pleased that I took the opportunity. I mean, the Middle East for retail is developing at a huge rate, and new brands are coming to market all the time. Existing brands are coming to the Middle East from other countries, and they're really welcoming it and really thriving, and they're looking to take that skill set from the West, from countries like the UK or America or Europe, and bring that talent over to the Middle East to support their growing businesses. So it was a wonderful opportunity. I feel really lucky that I got to be part of it.
Yeah, sounds amazing. And for the future of Southside, what does that look like, if you can even share, in the next 5 years?
Yeah, I think Southside is about staying true to who we are and continuing to focus on putting the community at the heart of what Southside is and what we need to deliver. So we see the likes of a number of shopping centres changing or adapting and trying to become something, big and beautiful and shiny, and that's absolutely great. It works for them, which is fabulous. And for us, we want to obviously be better than we were last year, constantly evolving. But really, we know what our customers want there, and I think it's about staying true to that. We want to make sure we're constantly bringing in brands that they care about. We're adapting the space to make it fun, friendly, safe, enjoyable, and that we're constantly consulting with people that are our guests, our visitors, and essentially our bread and butter as a business, because it's what they want that really matters. So I think staying true to where we are and who we are and the people of Wandsworth is what's going to get us where we need to be in the next 5 years.
Yeah, no, brilliant. And what does the rest of your day look like?
The rest of the day, I've got another meeting in now 13 minutes.
Okay.
And then that will see me through to the end of the day. So yeah, it's been quite a busy one today, but lots of good stuff coming out of it.
Wow, sounds absolutely amazing. Well, before I leave you to prepare for your meeting, my one last question is, what would you have said to your younger self?
It's if my younger self would have listened to me now, that's the thing. But no, I think I probably would have said to my younger self just to have a little bit more faith, to probably have a little bit more faith in yourself, to have a bit more patience, I think is really important. I think I'm quite ambitious, and I've always been quite ambitious, and so I've always wanted to move faster, get there quicker, be more senior, develop faster. And sometimes you just need to go through the motions and trust that all the while you're doing your best, you're going to end up exactly where you're meant to be. And I think my younger self probably wouldn't have expected me to be where I am today. So I think being a little bit more patient, having a little bit more faith, and letting the good things come to you as well.
Amazing, amazing. Well, Shannon, thank you so much for your time. I'll let you get on. And you take care.
Amazing. Kat, thank you so much.
No problem.
And I'll see you soon.
See you later.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.